We are learning new details this morning after law enforcement officers shot a woman in Tallmadge. Thanks for joining us at 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Neda Iranpour. Police gave us new information overnight on what led those officers to then open fire. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol joining us live from the scene. What are police saying now, Dana Marie?
Well, good morning, Eric and Neda here in Tallmadge. Officers were called because they found a stolen van parked here on Colwood Boulevard. Now, this is where things went wrong. Now, the Auto Theft Regional Task Force asked a woman, a 32-year-old woman that was inside that stolen van, to step out of the car. Police say that's when she pointed what appeared to be a firearm at them. Two officers then discharged their weapons, hitting her multiple times. She's now in the hospital this morning with critical but non-life-threatening injuries. Right now, we don't know why the woman pulled the firearm or even what led up to this moment. Investigators are actually looking into if the woman's gun was a replica. Now, thankfully, no officers were hurt last night. It was confirmed that the officer who discharged their guns were members of the Chula Vista Police Department, as well as the sheriff sergeant. So we spoke to officials about what happens next in the investigation, because they do tell us it's a very preliminary stage right now.
Talking to everyone that's involved here and trying to figure out, looking at the scene, what happened, is part of what we're going to do. We come in, we get some preliminary information, try to communicate what we can to you. Then we have to slowly and methodically work through this thing. It's the OAS's officer-involved shootings, a very comprehensive investigation. We're going to do everything we can to understand exactly what happened, but right now it's just too early to sort of speculate.
And we know the San Diego Police Homicide Unit is investigating this morning. Now, I do want to mention Coolidge Boulevard is open. There doesn't seem to be any traffic backups that are impacted by this crime scene this morning. Earlier, it was crime tape everywhere, but that has since been removed, and it is moving swiftly and fast here in Talmadge. I'm Dana Marie McNichol, coming to you live for CBS 8.
All right, Dana Marie, thank you very much for being out there and getting us the latest information. And now today, the adoptive mother and grandmother accused in the death of a young girl will be back in court. Attorneys for Letitia McCormick and Adela Tom will argue for bail to be set in their case. 11-year-old Arabella McCormick died in August in what authorities say was a child abuse case. Her sisters are now with a different foster family. The three girls' biological mother fighting to regain custody for them. She lost custody in 2017 following several complaints to Child Welfare Services.
This morning, authorities need your help finding a missing teen in North County. Take a good look here. 13-year-old Sofia Cabracero left her home in San Marcos on Sunday, November 20th. She was last seen at the Oceanside train station. The sheriff's department says she's a, quote, voluntary runaway and is known to be around downtown Oceanside and the Village in Carlsbad. Her mom says Sofia is off her mental health medication and fears who she might be with.
Just want to get her home because I'm scared. We miss her and we love her, and she's not in trouble or anything. We can work everything out. I just want to get my daughter back.
There is a $5,000 reward for information leading to her. Call the sheriff's department if you have any information. And this morning, a man is in jail following a prowling incident here at the Marriott Marina. Witnesses say he terrorized three teens, climbed onto a boat, and confronted two of them before being taken down by a nearby Army veteran. It happened just after midnight yesterday. The man, described as a transient, reportedly followed one girl to her car, and when she sped away, he went toward the marina where two girls were hiding in a boat.
He was coming closer to me and my friend, and we grabbed an antique sword that was on the wall and used it almost as like self-defense.
When I came around the corner, he had the sword in his hand and he was looking to get off the boat. I confronted him and disarmed him.
Wow, great move by that veteran. He was nearby. He heard the girls scream, so he and security held the man until police arrived. The girls are okay. This morning, we are hearing from people in Ocean Beach who say criminals are running wild and destroying their neighborhood. The owner of Sunset Garage says it was his dream to own a business in OB, but he and his wife say the cool vibe there is now gone. They say they've seen open drug use and have even been attacked.
He just came running across the street and punched me. I was sitting in a customer's car there, and broke my glasses.
I won't walk my dog. I won't take my kids out after dark.
We reached out to San Diego City Council member Jennifer Campbell's office. She represents OB. They told us more police and enforcement is needed and that people need to be taken off the street.
And now this morning, the U.S. men's national soccer team gearing up for a must-win World Cup match against Iran. Whoever loses this will likely be eliminated. The game starts 11 a.m. our time. So you see these few watch parties all across San Diego at the Princess Pub and Grill. That's in Little Italy. You can also go to O'Brien's Pub right here in Kearny Mesa and Guava Beach Bar and Grill in Mission Beach. They tend to get packed for these when the Team USA plays, of course. The match is surrounded by political controversy after the U.S. Soccer Federation decided to strip the Islamic Republic emblem from Iran's flag. There's the emblem right there. Well, they took it out when they posted it on social media. A spokesperson for U.S. Soccer says they did it to support the many women protesters in Iran. The coach and players say they were not aware of the move before it happened.
Given everything that's going on, is the match against Iran about something bigger than soccer for you?
And sports is a huge opportunity to bring people together. We continue to show our support and our empathy for what's obviously happening to the Iranian team and the people.
And in the meantime, what you're seeing here would be the niece of Iran's supreme leader. She has now been arrested, the niece, after she condemned the regime. It comes after she released a video where she called for the world to cut ties with Iran's leaders. And we want to show you here at home this mural supporting protesters in Iran. Well, it is now complete this morning. This is at the Mideast Market on El Cajon Boulevard in City Heights. We first showed it to you when the first artist started creating this. A couple more artists added to it. So it's quite a sight to see. A vigil will be held there tonight at 7 p.m.
Well, today is Giving Tuesday, a day dedicated to donating to nonprofits. Many charities wouldn't survive without these donations, so any amount you can give really makes a difference. Local charity Serving Seniors provides meals, activities, housing assistance, and case management services to seniors all over San Diego County. The CEO says he realizes people may not be able to give much this year since times are tough, but he is still hopeful.
It costs a couple of bucks to feed a senior. So if all you can afford is a couple of bucks for that person who gets that meal, that's really important, and you have made an impact.
There are many charities across San Diego you can support. Coming up here at 6:30, Chris Groh will tell us about a nonprofit helping feed our community.
All right, it's 6:08 right now, and some people may be dealing with some mist out there. Do we need an umbrella today?
I don't think so. I mean, it's pretty much tapered off, but the roads are still wet this morning. So that's kind of the important focus of it. Pretty much all the wet weather has come to a halt, and it was really, really light too. So it stayed very light, but we're encountering quite a few clouds as we start off the morning. We also are going to be seeing those wet roads. So take it a bit slower as you head out the door. This is the view right now, a live look. It's beautiful, but some of those darker, stormier clouds are making an appearance this morning, and that's how we're starting off your 6 o'clock hour. Here's the wet weather, as you can see, pretty much tapered off completely, but from about the Del Mar area all the way through the South Bay, moving farther off to the east into the El Cajon area before it tapered off. That's where the main wet weather has taken place over the last about 3 or 4 hours. When we look at your forecast for the day, we're going to be running into partly cloudy skies, temperatures in the cooler range in the 60s, a high of 62 for your coastline, 63 for your inland valleys. We're going to be seeing your mountains and your deserts in about their normal range, but notice the mountains are still chilly out there, 51 degrees for this afternoon. Deserts are going to see the fewest clouds, and this will also be the kind of setup for what we see for the remainder of the week. Every day when we have our rain chances increase, we're going to see the lightest chances over your deserts. They stay light as far as accumulations go. Looks like the best chance for accumulating rain here in San Diego is going to come on Friday, this upcoming Friday, and then again on Sunday. Those are our 2 days that we're watching out for. A few sprinkles could present themselves, though, as we head into Wednesday. Now, take a look. Wind advisory in effect all the way through 8 a.m. This is for your mountains and deserts. Your wind gusts, along with the rain, all tapering off. So we're seeing those wind speeds die down as we go into your 8 a.m. and beyond hour. And then going through the rest of the day, there's really no significant threat of any wind affecting your evening commute or into Wednesday morning. Looks like the next chance for rain, next best chance for rain is going to come toward Friday yet again. So Friday is going to be the best day for widespread rain and for more wind in the forecast. Let's take a look at how traffic is shaping up this morning. We'll check in more on your forecast in just a bit. You can see how things are light on the roads right now. We'll zoom in specifically on what we're seeing in the about downtown area. A little bit of slower speeds on the Coronado Bridge as you head toward Coronado. Looks like besides that, on the 805 northbound and 5 northbound, there are a couple spots where we're starting to see volume pick up this morning. Notice again, there are some wet roads out there, so keep that in mind as you head out. But beyond that, no major crashes or collisions that we're tracking this morning. Back to you.